Welcome to Jazz Guitar Weekly, with free jazz guitar lessons every single Monday, with quick tips you can put to use right away to improve your jazz guitar playing. Sign up for the weekly newsletter at www.jazzguitarguide.com/email. This week's chord of the week is a D minor 6/9 chord. Now, this one is a rootless voicing. It's built with the flat third, the 6, the 9, and the 5. So there's a lot of color in here, and there's no root, so you have to kind of know what the sound is. So this is what it sounds like with the root. Right? This is great for playing with a bass player or where there's other context involved. Okay, so moving it around the neck, I'm visualizing the root on the second string. Now this is kind of easy to do because you're looking at your pointer finger and you just have to know the note on the second string. So here I'm playing a D minor 6/9. Here I'm playing an E minor 6/9. F. And play a B flat minor 6/9. If you know your root notes on the second string, you've got it. You can play this anywhere. The other place some people might like to visualize the root for this one is on the 5th string. And that's fine too. If that's easy for you, that's great. A lot of people, that does work. I find the pointer finger is sometimes an easier thing to focus on. You do what you need to do. So this is, the pointer finger plays the flat third, middle finger plays the 6, ring finger is playing the 9, pinky finger is playing the 5th. This is a very useful shape that has some other chord possibilities later on, depending on where you decide the root is. Okay. For putting this in a 2-5-1 progression, this would be the 2 chord. So there's our 2, D minor 6/9. There's our 5 chord, G7 sharp 5 flat 9. 1 chord, C major 9. So this is nice. None of these chords have the root played in them. So this is a great option for you if you're playing as part of a rhythm section and you're wanting to explore playing chords that are rootless. It also has some nice voice leading, so we can hear from here to here these top 2 notes are sliding down, right? While everything else stays put. And then to get to the last chord, this note moves down, this note stays put, and these 2 move down again. So we have the top voices doing this. And your top voices are doing this. Or your bottom voices, sorry, are doing this. Gives us this kind of nice smooth sound from one to the next. With voice leading, we want to make sure the notes, not necessarily the fingers, in this case a lot of it is the fingers, but we want to make sure the notes are moving as little as possible from one chord to the next. And if we can focus also on just that top melody being nice and smooth, these are the things that make your chords sound more connected. Okay. To solo over this chord, or in progressions that use this chord, I have a D Dorian cell, right? So I'm not including 2 roots, so I'm not going to call it a scale. So we have D, 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, back down, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and going back up. Right? So this is kind of our little cluster of notes. That's going to give us a lot of kind of Dorian sounds and match up with that D minor 6/9 chord really nicely. So this week, instead of just an exercise playing it up and down, I have a little line for you. Right, where we're kind of going up. A nice little shape there to the 3rd, root, 7, root, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, back up to the 3, 5, 7, hitting that 6 again, root, 2, 3, root. Okay. Right, nice little line to outline the Dorian sound. And again, you can put this anywhere. This works over minor 7 chords as well, especially if you're playing in a 2-5-1. This would give you some nice diatonic work through a 2-5-1 progression as well. Okay, speaking of 2-5 lines, a nice 2-5-1 I've put together for this. So we start with the D Dorian cell, root, 6, 7, 5, hitting the 6 again, 4, 3, 2, or 9. So we're hitting a lot of elements of that chord there. Sliding up 1 fret. So playing wise, we're going to slide our finger up 1 fret. Hitting the flat 7 of that G7 sharp 5 flat 9 to the flat 9, 3rd, sharp 5th, root, 7, sharp 5, 3rd. So we're really playing with only notes of the chord. Resolving to the 9 of C major 9, down, up an arpeggio to the 9, down to the root and resolving on the 7, ending on the 7. Nice little 2-5 line you can put together using some altered sounds on the 5 chord and sticking, pretty diatonically to the D minor 6/9 and the C major 7. All right, have fun with this, and we will catch you at the next lesson.